Willkommen und bienvenue for that's the extent of my German. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is round 1 of the RacingSimRigs World Series Season 4 here at Hockenheim. I was about to call it the Hungarian Ring. I was about to say something very silly. This is Hockenheim Ring, not Hungarian Ring. Race is due to start any minute now. We are not. It is the only series that we attend to so far in which the main attraction is that you don't have to set a qualifying. The results from the previous race affect where you start for the next race, and the press day in of itself generated our grid. I wouldn't say grid order for today's race. A couple of movements, a couple of movers. Pro and Am moving around a little bit. Somebody I think joined Pro and then, or Pro Am, and then somebody else has now joined Pro Amateur. So it's shaping up. Still looking for pros to fill out pro class, but we'll be bringing you everything today. Now, as the flag has just gone out, this is all going to suddenly very, very quickly change. And also, I still haven't fixed the fact that I have it all wrong. But track length of 4.53 kilometers, just under 100 meters above sea level, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, with 18 degrees southeasterly wind at 34 degrees Celsius track temperature. My name is Robert O'Brien, and again, joining me as always is Craig. Wherever he is.
Good evening, Rob. Good evening, everybody. Oh, I can't wait for this. Can't wait for this. Round one. Round 1 at Hockenheim. Oh, this feels amazing. We have done a Hockenheim broadcast, of course. Remember, RacingSimRigs put on a fun race when Hockenheim was released earlier this year. Yeah, where's this? Wow, where's 2021 been? Wow. Anyway, this is how we're looking at the moment. It looks like this. Let's check. I am counting 10 pros. I'm counting 10 pros.
There is, yeah. We do have another pro. And yeah. Billy Fletcher actually joined us. He was very unsure if he was actually going to be able to join us, but he did. He's made the effort, and now here he is back at Hungarian Ring, or well, not. Oh, and I said Hungarian Ring. The one thing I didn't want to say.
Hungarian Ring. You said a Hungarian Ring.
Back to jail I go.
Well, we gotta remember, since the last time that we have been here, there is a shorter pace lap. They're in the arena now, which is going to be. I'm gonna love this. The arena is a very technical section. You think that you can get on the throttle early out of this corner here that they're coming around right now. Is just sack 12. No, you've got to wait a little bit. They'll be coming down into 14, 13, 14, 15. When they get to 15, you can be sure that this is Raidillon TV, the only corner you need. Hockenheim, race 1, 75 minutes, RacingSimRigs World Series. Rob, take it away. Turn 1 to turn 2 is going to be chaos.
Yes, it is indeed. As we have seen many times in F1, this track will eat you alive. And as the green flag waves, they are not to go, as it is going to be the start zone just creeping into it now. Of course, Billy Fletcher with P1 in his pocket, he gets first go, and he has stomped his foot right where it needed to be and has successfully navigated. Oh, that's a step out of Herbaub, the car number 3 in 3rd position, and that is the white AMG on the inside. Coming into turn 2, this being a bit of a squeeze from Chris Danes, having to avoid him essentially, just trying not to get squeezed out of it. And Chris Danes is going off rallying. Not the start I think that he wanted, but he's got a 3 wide going down into the end of the hairpin for professional. 3 wide involving Matt Karuna, Pat Herbaub, and Chris Danes. Chris Danes, of course, securing back the bag, gaining a position ahead of Pat Herbaub. And Pat Herbaub has now got problems of his own, as you can just hear it. Matt Karuna of car 24 on the inside. Oh, crikey! Very much a hold the steering wheel for dear life kind of moments here, but professionals very well and going around very well. All has been calm.
All's been well, but you've just missed a 3 wide going into the hairpin with Ethan Bass taking a position. There's been contact. That's Yama. Yama going around, and he's been joined by Andy Hitchkins. That was Mercedes. Like, big, that was Yama. Just Yama braking wrong. Hitchkins. And unfortunately, they've gone around. Somebody else has gone around now. That is Chris Wally. He's got wing damage to the Audi. That's a Pro-Am driver. Started 25th, and did he go around himself with the... Oh, he tried to get around, and I think cold tyres. Yep, he lost it, cold tyres. So, Wally's at the back of the field. The Pro-Ams, what we're talking about the pros doing all well, the Pro-Ams, all of a sudden, once they got into the newer sections of Hockenheim, not the old fast sections I like to call it, it all changed.
Oh, I think that was a bit of a miscommunication there. I'm just going to go ahead and replay that for you now. We're looking at the car number 38 of Zachary Yama as he was navigating around, and that is car of Harry Wills, actually. Oh, that was a bit of a... Oh, Zachary lunged too hard, and Harry Wills gets to go the long way around for his troubles. Unfortunately, that is going to be Zachary Yama's race in a bad shape, as he has to now navigate from 29th overall. He is 3 deep into amateur class. You can see them there. Look, 2 mandatory pit stops for him, but I mean, it is going to be difficult.
Yeah, we got to talk about those 2 mandatory pit stops. They are always crucial around here. Well, around here is going to be very crucial, especially with the long straights, the long braking zones. That you could probably brake a little bit earlier to save yourself some fuel. So, it'll be interesting to see who does the fuel saving tonight. I don't think it will be Matt Karuna right now, as he did lose P3 to Pat Herbaugh, as we saw in a timing ticker. Just constantly battling. They've let Fletcher and Campbell just go on their own at the moment. These two just battling themselves. An Audi versus a Lambo. I kind of have a feeling the McLaren of Campbell. I kind of have a feeling that the McLaren would do well here today. And to my belief, we've got Egby sitting in 6th. We've got Campbell sitting in the lead. So I think I was kind of right.
It just depends on how long he can get hold of it, though. I mean, it's a lot more technical. This circuit's a lot more technical than what Le Mans is, so I mean, they should do a lot better around here. But it depends on how quick they can, because that's sweeping left-hander. It's essentially a straight for all intents and purposes. Anyone with a better engine is going to outsmart and outflank the MP412C. That is Matt Karuna swirling under braking as he's trying to continue to hound the rear end of Pat Herbaub. And you can see that's the battle in front of them as Billy Fletcher and Sean Campbell, car 48 and 26 respectively, doing battle. Yeah, professionals have been pretty quiet actually. I mean, I was expecting lap one antics, but they were actually keeping it quite clean. I think the only antics I saw was, where is he actually? Yeah, Chris Danes. He's lost 6 positions. I think it is the rallying that he was doing. What
a snap! That's a good save there by the Ford. Almost looks like it's got like cold tires. But what is that lift?
It's just
what is it?
It's just. I literally put the cameras onto him, and it was just like, oh, I'm gonna turn around now.
Well, to be fair, right in front of Danes is a 3-car battle. It's the Project Dynamic Will Egby, the Julian Rambaud, and Michael Gregorio. Sorry. Having a 3-car battle. But again, it probably won't be a case of drivers making moves into the pine. Say that, and there's big contact between Gregorio and Rambo. Oh no! That's what I get for saying so. That's what I get for saying something. It looks like that Julian was slowing down, and did they take different brake lines?
They did, yeah. They did, yeah. You can see it on the static, and you can even see from there the gap was actually closing a lot quicker than I think.
Lovely camera, by the way. Lovely camera angle, just to show us that difference.
That is not from track cams 2. Oh yeah, you can see it from there now. Just a bit of a rear end, and then the slap.
So they have got going again. Managed to avoid getting swallowed up by the Pro-Ams. Because there's a nice little battle at the front. Well, in all cases at the front here. Andrew Dawson is battling Jonas Dreyer right now for the lead. And then behind him there's a nice battle for third between a slightly damaged on my screen Mint Menace of Leiden Lee, Christian Furs, Callum Beamont, Beaumont, Andy Miller, Mortis.
No, it is Beamont.
And Taylor Lane. Sorry.
Look at this
tangle. Look at this. I'm skipping over that. Look at this tangle of cars battling for P3. It's lap 5, and you'd think that some of these guys would start to, pull away. Also, Rambo has gone into the pits, by the way, to get that damage fixed. Chatterton's slowly losing, but Furs trying to battle, and as they come through the corner before the Parabolica, which I believe, my German's not that good, but I think it's the Einfahrt Parabolica. They come down looking at. Is there going to be any late braking escapade by any of these drivers? We can see Furs was really braking later than that Ford as they were coming into the Einfahrt, and you can see Furs is going to try a late lunge, and he's managed to push Dreyer wide, Lee wide, sorry. And to be fair, that's not a bad thing. Trying to take a wider line through the hairpin, but it's not worked. Side by side they go into the corner, and in they go now. Who's going to get this? Can Furs make this move around the outside? Great move to make that work by Christian Furs in the Mercedes. Managed to make that work around a very tricky Mercedes corner, and he's having the defender to go into Mobile 1. Lee is going to battle off, but he cannot. The more they battle, Beeman right there. Is he going to make a move? He is. He's going to try a late lunge himself. You will see these late lunges. It's such a wide track. I know the stadium steps are pretty narrow. Such a wide track. So many different braking lines. And I think the Ford's brakes might be hampering Leiden right there at the moment.
So Christian Furs moves up into third place. Jonas Dreyer and Andrew Dawson, they both checked out. They're 6 seconds ahead of this group of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars that are all just sort of screaming and wanting attention. It's like, oh, look at me, look at me, look at me. I'm making moves, look at me. In the middle of that is Taylor Lane, Andrew Miller, and Callum Beamont. It's my turn now to correct you because you said Beaumont.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mrs. Beamont. Sorry.
Moritz Reiner is in. He's the odd one out, actually. He's the only car. Well, actually, no. I say that. I look at the Ford. He's definitely the odd one out. But he is actually. It's the first time I've actually seen. Oh, the second time I've actually seen the race. Everyone else, I think I've seen the race at least in one other place in one of their series, or in this series in the previous seasons. He is a newcomer to the. So if I'm coming.
Newcomer, but I'll tell you what, Ron.
Yeah, we're coming right now.
He's not just any type of newcomer, though. He is a member on the YouTube page, Marshmallow Racing. So there is our membership perks, of course. So I just got to get that out there. Nice little segue there, Rob. Nice going. But we do have the membership tiers on our YouTube page if you feel like throwing some money our way. You don't have to, any little help at the end of the day. Weinrich and Marshmallow Racing, one of the first ones to get that lovely tier. And of course, if it was another platform, they'd get a little mark saying they were one of the first. But we don't do that here. We're looking at other reasons. And I started to think that these guys, now Furs has got them free. I think Christian is now just starting to pull away. Look at the gap he's made over Leiden and Callum. Callum looks to make moves on Leiden, and I wouldn't be surprised coming out of the parabolic into the hairpin if we see another move. It might just be a case of the Ford gets swallowed to the back and the two Fords will just hang out together at the back of this train while the rest of them just completely battle. That's what it feels like right now. Lee, Beamont, Miller, any of them going to make a move? No.
I mean, it depends on if something steps on the line. I mean, the Hockenheim Ring, it may be nerfed from its previous incarnation of being an absolute beast of a thing where it was literally acceleration. But it can still catch you out. The infield, it still catches you. It can still catch you out, especially if you get your braking zone wrong. Especially if you do, because I mean, there's plenty of runoff area, so you don't necessarily have an accident against a wall. But you do take it's essentially the slow lane. It's essentially somebody turning down the power on your vehicle midway through the race, saying, you're just going a little bit too fast. Okay, just pump the brakes there. Pump the brakes.
What that also throws me off is the first turn one, the Nord curve. You think it's a very quick right-hander. The amount of time on the brakes in a GT3 is quite staggering. In a BMW, you go down a gear. In a BMW, it's the 5-gear Warrior, and you have to go down a gear. So I think that just sums up everything about it. Is that first corner is really deceptive, and you can see it's allowed Callum to have another crack at Leiden Lee, and he might make it this time. That's going on. As you can see with Wigby there as well, just back there. Leiden Lee, will he hold off Beam? Beam will have to go late. He does indeed. And you could see Leiden wanted to turn, and he still turned, and there is contact there. And now Leiden Lee's got more damage to that car. Well, he's trying to turn that Ford into an open wheeler right now because the front left doesn't have anything covering it anymore.
The rear left is, oh dear. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. That car is not...
He turned in just too early. Yeah, he turned in just too early, Leiden.
And that is Taylor Lane behind him. Taylor Lane behind. Oh, crikey, that is Andrew Miller having an accident. Oh, is that too bad?
Oh, my dear, no! Chris Shannonson, what? Did he just thread the needle at Mobile 1 free wide in the middle? I mean, regardless of what just happened.
I'm tempted to see what this looks like. Oh, yeah, he did. Oh, yeah, he did.
All right, that's a top play. That's top.
Oh, the two of them were battling it out, and what happened was the gap opened up, and he was just like, just let it know.
Egby's in the pits, by the way.
Yeah, Egby had an accident. Let's go ahead and have a look. Car number 76. Unfortunately, I think this is his own doing. Oh, on the infield, I'm pretty sure it has happened. The first individual into the wall on that last section there. The grass has claimed its first victim of the race. Went too far wide out on the coming down from the high speed section into technical, and then just wabam, and that car, it doesn't look very damaged, but that steering rack is actually very badly broken. Right about now.
Right, so this queue of Pro-Ams just continues to go on, and we can keep looking at it, and we'll get the same effect. We know that Dre is starting to pull a 1 second lead over Dawson, so they're still battling there. Not a lot has gone on in the pros. Matt Caruna has just got past Billy Fletcher. As you can see in the timing tower, so the top three, Karuna, Fletcher, Campbell, not in that order, of course. Herbau and Butler trying to be behind them. I wanted to look at the amateurs. We haven't talked a lot about the amateurs right now because you got Svenning Mattis, which, by the way, we got that right the first time, apparently. That was very impressive.
What
battling Williams for the lead. We got Svenning's name right the first time.
Oh, Svenning Mattis.
Yeah, we got it right. So he's in a nice little battle with the Eclipse, the Eclipse John Williams, Daniel Gilding, and Ryan Hamilton. Oh, where have I seen these boys before? Oh, the Nomads, just on there, just they group together, and they're there with Gilding in third, Hamilton in fourth. You know, so they're together, just watching this. Yammers between them and the two others of Williams and Mateus battling at the moment. This is the amateur battle. Now, I did learn something, Rob, because Svenning has a red version of the team slow-mo paint. I asked what the difference is. The red one is basically they take it more seriously.
Ah.
That was the quote. That was the quote, and I'm gonna get yeah. SWN is just short for slow mo. We have the slow mo pro division. We practice harder. That is literally what the red is.
This has just happened. This is Sean Campbell losing the lead, and it is happening where the pressure zones are for this car. Remember, the McLaren MP412C has a bit of a gearing problem, so it's never really going to be able to be as fast as these guys are. Well, for top end speed anyway. And the pass is made at the hairpin, and just off went Matt, really. I mean, there's not much Campbell can really do other than sort of sit behind him. And that's all the AM coverage for this week. Come back next week for more 2 minutes of AM coverage. Exactly. We'll be covering AM more.
No, we'll be covering it. I tell you what, it's very nice to see how close it is at the front. As I say that, Svenning's gone off the track. The leader of the amateurs has gone off the track, and I cannot find what's happened to him. Mateus is down the order right now. He's currently, what, 28 overall, so he's gone down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to say 6. Yeah, he's gone down
4 positions.
Fifth. Yeah,
he's
4th.
down
So
5th. Let's have a look. So this is an accident with John Williams coming into the double left-hander at Arena, and yeah, that is unfortunate. That's where we're seeing a few accidents out at this stage during the race.
That was Mercedes into 9 and 10. Yeah. That's just what if you think the hairpin is your ultimate braking test, you've got Mercedes, which turn 7 is not really a turn; it's flat out in these things. So you've really got to be careful, because you then have to switch back to the right as far early as you can, quick as you can, to get ready for the optimal line through Mercedes turn 8. And that can happen with just late braking, because you do get I wouldn't say it's tunnel vision. Okay, it is tunnel vision. You know, a lot of people, including myself, have looked at it. So, unfortunately, that is what's happening. That is that. But the plus side is not a lot of damage. He's only lost 4 positions. He's still in with a chance at the win. He's still in with that chance. So,
it depends on how much you can fuel save and where the because remember, two mandatory pit stops. 20 minutes are just about to come up past him now, so they
and also more drama. Andrew Dawson, P2, lost it at turn 1 last lap. He was P2 in the Pro-Ams. He's gone down the order to the back of the Pro-Ams, and what he's done, he clipped the rumble strips in the Nord curve in turn 1 last lap, and I've done that myself. He managed to keep out of the wall, which I haven't done myself, but it's such a challenge. So Dawson down the order, and while you're watching that replay, Chatterton is going with Leiden Lee. Leiden Lee's touched another car trying to overtake at the hairpin. This Ford's got it's taking a little bit more damage. This poor Ford is battered and bruised. And coming into Mercedes, I think Taylor Lane's going to make a move on Leiden. Taylor Lane does make the move on Leiden. Leiden Lee's not having a good time here. He's not able. He's turning in. He's turning in a bit too early, getting caught out by people on the inside, taking a bit too much of a you know, taking that hard line if you go in the inside the hairpin. So that's unfortunate as well. And Chris Challenger's just hit the grass going into the stadium section, but Taylor Lane's unable to do anything. Well, it's all happening everywhere, Rob. Happening everywhere. We're coming up to our pit stops soon.
Then the next 2 to 3 laps when I expect the main flurry of pit stops. Eric Benson has come in for a pit stop. I'm not sure if it is going to be 100%. So, while we wait for that, my boy, Mr. Simon Dodd, it's not gone well for him, I think. Amateurs did definitely have a few scraps. He's in the pits now for 10 minutes and counting. Now coming up to 11 minutes. In a Crittenden, as we saw before, had an accident. Julian Rambo has retired the car, as has Hockenheim Limo. And Will Egby with that steering rack damage, I imagine he probably thought, nope, not happening.
Yeah, a bit of a shame. There. Look at these 2x2 action that we're seeing all around. It's such a nice place to go, but you take that inside line, you've really got to make that move. Because the way the hairpin goes, as we just watched, is Taylor Lane going to try and make that move? No. The way that hairpin works, it's like apex. I look at it and think, oh, you know, it's almost like the hairpin, you know, the Dunlop hairpin at the Nürburgring? No. Nothing like that. You've got to take it late. You can't even double apex it. It's just one apex, and it's such a tricky corner. So if you try to make that move on the inside, and I think that's a lot of weight. God, Taylor Lane! No! In the wall! I thought he saved it! In the wall at the arena section!
Yeah, I thought he had saved
down
it as
the
well.
order.
And, the car wiggles. And let's just replay that again just to give you an idea. Very nearly has a Will Egby moment here. And then the car slides. He tries correcting it, and that's a Vettel.
I thought he saved it. It looked a great save. Apparently not.
He stayed out, though. He stayed out. But I
think it was a light tap.
That's near enough where Vettel actually did have his accident. Guarantee it was in the rain, but it is going to be a bit of an ouchies, I think, for him. He's going to have to.
Now, quick question.
Go ahead.
Who is leading the amateurs? Because why is it Daniel Gilding?
We already had this discussion. Remember?
Svenning had an accident.
Svenning had an accident, yeah.
And who is he racing against?
John Williams.
And what's happened to John Williams?
He's now in 4th.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention. Though Nomad is in 1st and 2nd. So, take it or leave it.
Well, Nomad will love that. 1st and a 2nd there. It's something they would love to see. And there is no team order. There are no team orders, and you can see they are battling. They're two good friends battling away for this fight, and you can tell that they'll stay together, but they will fight each other. Liam Hurd in that VRT McLaren behind him, and of course John Williams in the Eclipse McLaren behind him. Well, did you see Liam just had that little twitch like Taylor Lane did in the Audi?
Didn't need. Just had a corner shot though, but you did see it.
And I want to say that is what I was going to earlier when I was mentioning when we came to the parade lap, where that corner is a corner that you feel like you want to get on the throttle early, and that's what happens if you get on the throttle early. You will just turn it, and it doesn't work, and that happens. The car slides, and you try to counter it, and it changes. So unfortunately, that is what I think has happened there. Taylor Lane does come into the pits, by the way, so it's very interesting to see. We do see some pit stops coming in now, so I reckon this lap or next lap we'll see a lot of people come into the pits. That's not me. I'm not RGS. That's Rob.
The Raidillon guessing system for all of your probably not accurate data points. That's what we do here. Out of the 10 pros that started, 2 have retired. Those 2 are Julian Rambo and Will Egby. 8 still running. Their leader is Matt Corona. currently leading Sean Campbell, as that is Taylor Lane coming out just ahead, or just behind Billy Fletcher. So it is now coming a three-way tie for the lead, as Pat Herbaub is now separated by a Pro-Am himself. And third position, Neil Butler getting one position. Armstrong getting two positions on the back of Chris Staines, who really hasn't had a good time in that Ford GT. I wonder why. As we see, that is the over under here from Sean Campbell. That was very good, very well. He sold it, trying to make sure that he has the pinch going into the right-hander. He did have it, but he could have.
Oh, he has to try and go around the outside. He has to go around the outside. No, they're still holding on. Still holding on through Mercedes into 8 and 9. I think that little slide there might have just let Campbell. Yeah. So into Mobile 1 they go, which is braking, not like turn 7, which is full speed. And he's unable to do anything, but he just went side by side with Karuna for a very tough section. And it's being a little bit of a struggle. You can see that he feels more confident in the braking zones. You can feel that with this McLaren, sorry. But he's unable to get there because of why? Top speed once again. Last season we made fun of Sean Campbell saying, I don't have top speed, I'm not going to do well. And then he does so well. This season, yeah, that top speed is starting to bite him.
Neil Butler, the first of the professionals, by the way, to blink. He's in the pits. Do we have any other blinkers? Actually, not really. Apart from Andrew Dawson and Taylor Lane and Leiden Lead, three of them have gone into the pits. So we are expecting to see any minute now, any lap, this lap or the next lap, we'll start to see pit stops from all three classes. Remember, they have to make 2 mandatory pit stops. Tanks will not go the race on just 2 tanks. So 2 pit stops mandatory. And it's a judgment call to see who will win based on that. It is also a lot more tactical, because you can, if you're as fast as the guy ahead of you, but you fuel save, hey, you can use that fuel save to spend less time in the pits.
Oh my day, sorry. This pro battle has just gotten interesting because Sean Campbell went around the outside. He took the lead away from Karuna, and now he's got the lead as they come into the stadium section. He's done it, you know. Campbell, I don't know, has taken that lead back, and I want to say that had to have started around the hairpin section. Got to have started around there.
It's actually started around Mercedes, side by side, coming into the chicane in Mercedes, and he was actually changed tactics. He's on the inside now, coming in through that, so a lot less power sliding, a lot less upset car, and then a sweeping right-hander just about holds on to it almost into the gravel, and then seals the deal coming around the Vettel oops moment corner. That's probably what I'm going to refer to it as.
That's horrible. It has a name. It's called Sachs. It's called Sachs, not the Vettel corner. Are we going to call the Sud curve the Lewis Hamilton or the Charles Leclerc's?
Sachs is now going to be the Sebastian Vettel accident extravaganza.
All right. I'm just going to call Sud curve the this is dangerous in the wet curve. To see, yeah, we might as well. That's a story for another day, because I've always felt that race was a bit dangerous, having this drag strip right beside. Do you know what I mean? I just found it a little bit dangerous because you get on that when it's wet, and these cars had the F1 cars had no grip. So that was my opinion.
They were also not rubbered in.
Yeah, that too. Maybe we should just get some drag races during the weekend. Tom Drandridge goes into the pits, by the way. Christian Furz, Chris Chatterton just come out of the pits.
Pros are now making their... Oh my god, they're doing the procession. Yep, procession's happening.
Wow, all of them. By the way, I was just looking. It looks like Christian Furz spent a little bit more time in the pits. Chatterton's managed to jump him. Not entirely sure what's happened there, but jumped in by quite a lot. By 3 seconds, by 4 seconds.
Yeah, so Chris Chatterton he only spent 18 seconds in the box compared to versus 22, so he spent 4 less seconds in the box. That's why he was able to leapfrog him. But issue now is this going to be the short pit stop and then a longer pit stop coming down the line, or is he banking on he can fuel save enough and not be completely slow as to essentially have Christian Frears come back and grab him. It's a balancing game, you know. It can never really be too sure.
So, would you like some drama?
I want some drama. Juice drama, please. Thank you.
I think Matt Karuna had a speeding penalty.
Oh no!
Because he is quite a way back, and I will
spent 33 seconds in the pit stop compared to Sean Campbell's 21. 12 extra seconds. That's not going to be a speeding penalty.
No. So what was that?
Guarantee you went up on jacks. Got a tire or something.
Very weird. Very weird to spend that much time because he's 10 seconds behind now. The likes of Fletcher and everybody. So no idea what's happened there. The undercut from Neil Butler, by the way, it's kind of paid off in as much as the fact of he's with James Armstrong. That's about it. But the lead free now of Fletcher Herbau, who also did the undercut, like great undercut there, and Campbell. So these three battling kind of reminds me of last week when we had the press case. So if these three battle too much, though, Armstrong will get involved, and we know what Armstrong's like when it comes to these 75-minute races. So do expect him to come out and do some fireworks. Just a quick dabble into the pro-am and the amateurs while we're just looking after the pit stop rotation. Dreyer remains in the lead. Ethan Bass does take... Yes, I'm saying that right. Ethan Bass does take P2 in the pro-ams. Okay. Fair enough. Then Chris Chatterton will be behind him and Christian Furs as well. And then a quick dabble into the amateurs. Well, amateurs have all pitted now. And
as have pro-ams as well, yeah.
Daniel Gilding down the order.
Daniel Gilding, where is he? He spent... Oh, yeah, he took tires. He spent a minute and 2 seconds in the pits.
And John Williams, by the way, takes the lead of the amateurs after his pit stop. As he only pitted, didn't he?
Spent three fewer seconds in the pit box compared to the car behind him of Ryan Hamilton. So Ryan Hamilton is now Nomad's the new hope. And then we'll come back with the second pit stop. It'll be, or this second period now is the Nomad strikes back, and then we have the
return of the Nomad.
Yeah, the return of the Nomad. Yeah, for part 3 once the second pit stop happens. Yeah.
I don't know the rest of them. I don't know how to make it.
They're the only ones that count anyway.
Yeah. Regardless. So everyone's a little bit spread out right now. There is a nice little battle in the middle of the pro-ams going on right now. There is also front, by the way, with this whole battle. I mean, you know, Christian First is pulling away from Andrew Dawson's just trying to keep away from Beeman and Miller, and then Weinrich. So the gaps are widening, but they're still in slipstream range. So it will be interesting to see. And I saw a lot of dirt just pop up there. I think that was from Callum Beeman. It was. Beeman currently sitting P6 overall for the Pro-Am. So you can just see this is Callum Beeman making his, making like a promotion from the amateur division, as he was the amateur champion last season. Comes into the Pro-Am, the debut Pro-Am, and to be fair, he's holding his own.
Especially with the fact that And Alex Christian first raced him. Oh, Lindmo just roasted you by saying, "Is it just me or has Craig taken some talking lessons from C3PO now and then?"
I don't know what you're talking about.
You
They are too.
Yeah. It's more like the fact that every now and again you just start breaking up like a speed dial.
Oh yeah. Welcome to England.
Yeah, welcome to England.
Yeah, welcome to England. That's all I've got to say about that. So there is these massive battles. I say that. What's happened to Billy Fletcher? Billy Fletcher's gone down the order. He lost it in Mobile 1. He lost it at Mobile 1. The car went around. He went sideways onto the grass, got the car stopped. He's currently now P5. He's going to have a recovery drive right now. So that gaggle of 3 the lead turned into a gaggle of 2. Campbell and Herbow on their own. And now Campbell doesn't have Fletcher harassing him. He's starting to somewhat pull away from the Mercedes. So,
oh, the camera. Oh no! I was wondering why I was like looking at nothing, and then the camera's just like, "I'm gonna expertly show you exactly when Billy Fletcher lost it."
Beautiful camera.
You can see the slide there. So it's unfortunate, you know. It's tough out there. Borrowed term, you know. It's tough out there.
Do you have any terms that you created yourself apart from a tool at all, which you didn't even create?
No, I didn't create that. You know, it's tough out there. That's all I can say. It's tough out there.
31 Celsius at 87 Fahrenheit. It's currently 50. Well, it's currently 4:13 in the afternoon as we tick under 38 minutes to go. They're looking at 46. I almost said 44 for a moment, but I know it's 46. 46 laps on average. It may go down to 45. We'll wait and see, depending on pace. So they're coming up. Well, they have gone past the halfway mark. Definitely gone past the halfway mark. That's a Murrayism if I've ever seen one. Like I said, the battles at the moment, it's all midfield battles going on as the leaders just continue to pull on. But there is something brewing in the Pro-Ams as Chris Chatterton has just put a couple blinding laps in and has just had a great move into the Nord curve. It's just about to take P2 away from Ethan Bass. Will Ethan give it to him? They make a touch and another little touch, and that might just be more netcode than anything, but that is a move for Chris Chatterton. And an Eclipse McLaren, sorry, had P2, but 11 seconds away from Jonas Dreyer. Don't think he'll be catching up right there.
And that is a very, very closely followed Ethan Bass with a very, well, how should I put it? Striking. It's like digital feathers on a vehicle with the white and grey in the nose. It's like alternating colors, and then it's like the black in the middle. And it's like a hawk or something, like, you know. Like the oh no!
God, no! Whoa! No! Engine base gone! Chatterton's off! Oh no!
Oh, and it's all
and
gone wrong.
Massive damage.
Oh, it's all gone wrong. Why do they have the camera on Chatterton? Oh no!
I wonder.
It really has
how
all
much
gone wrong.
Damage. Wow. And that was coming out. That was coming to Mobile 1. I think it's one of those again that you just put a bit of. You want to try and not be as slow through that little apex, and yeah, that happens.
Oh yeah, and there he goes into the wall. Bang. It
almost looks
so
like he got on the throttle too early.
It sounds so tame. It sounds so tame as well. And also, what did you say about engine cover?
The bonnet, sorry.
Yeah, the bonnet. That's not his engine cover. I didn't know the.
I've been driving BMWs. Leave me be.
I didn't know the MP412C was a front engine car. I thought it had very mid-engine characteristics.
Well, I'll tell you what. Even without a hood, he's still doing good speeds. So I'm quite surprised at that. He's only 5 kilometers an hour down compared to Christian Furze behind. So I am actually quite surprised at that. But look at the gaggle behind him now. Like, if he's got a damaged car, he's going down the order quickly. Look at it right there. Beeman actually wants to get a move on Furze, but again, Mobile 1 is not the corner, and I did hear a lift out of Callum to ease fuel saving, almost doing what Charlton did there. So yeah, a lot of lifting, a lot of people taking their time at the moment. But this massive, this gaggle, which technically, now Chatterton's had a crash, it turned almost into a gaggle for P4. But hang on, is Chatterton pulling away with engine damage? Like, seriously, is Chatterton...
His engine's in the middle.
All right, with no hood, that should be giving him some dirty air, turbulence. Shouldn't be aerodynamic, and he's still putting in faster laps. There, that's what I wanted to say. Okay, I see the front go. I say it's an engine. Okay.
No.
Whatever.
So we're just looking at it. It's kind of being on the inside, coming into the hairpin. Let's have a look and see, can he convert that into position as they come towards Mercedes. Let's have a look. It is the baby blue of Simland Mid Racing. Oh, he sold it. Oh no, Furze is just not able to do it. Or what? Not Furze. Sorry, Beeman's not able to do it. Furze very expertly defending his lines and counting his lines. Just making sure that his mirrors are at least filled with that car, because at least tell them, hey, he's behind me still. Perfect. And so he keeps. I think that is the top 5. The entrance top 5 is currently being guarded by Christian Furze. If you could imagine this being the I trade or I get and you receive trade meme, you know, I get 5th position, you get 6th. I think the expected result will be a rejection of that deal. No deal. But,
I can't believe you just did that.
That's
wow.
In
so
amateurs, by the way, it is Ryan Hamilton leading ahead of John Williams. John Williams, unfortunately, I think he's had a few bad laps.
Liam cooked it. How did Liam not? What? Sorry to interrupt, but I looked at Liam breaking that corner on Williams, and I thought he overdid it. And coming down the parabolic, he's going to take the inside line against Williams. They're going to be going side by side down to the hairpin. If Ahern can make this stick right here, and he breaks earlier for the hairpin, but he's got that inside, tapping over Williams. Actually, Williams might have this. Look at the. Sorry, I thought Ahern might have made this move, but that overcooking at the brake has not helped him. Into turn 7 to go, and Mercedes into the go. They're still too wide, and Williams finally gets that position back. Or does he? Here comes Ahern once again. Side by side into turn 9. And now, surely at Mobile 1, John can get in front and finally keep that lead. But no, Liam still wants it. Liam is still there. Liam's going to make a move into Sachs right here. I bet you. In he goes. Side by side they go. He goes over the curb. That's not an off track, by the way. Over the curb. Ahern finally gets that position that he started practically the last lap. Great battle by these two for P2 of the race.
Well, P2 in amateur. I thought I meant to say P2 overall. I was like, hang on a minute.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, P2 in the amateurs. I mean, I thought he went for that overtake into the Einfahrt Parabolica right here. I thought he overdid it. But that wide area you've got, kind of like, remember, Shanghai?
Oh, yeah.
It does remind me of a bit of Shanghai, but it's a little bit wider. So he's got all that runoff that if he wants to go for a late move, as long as he gets on the throttle early enough, he can do it. And again, he realizes Williams is trying to fight him. So Ahern goes to the inside, and I don't agree with this. I don't agree with defending on the inside. Had worked out for him this time. A lot. John Williams went to the outside and practically almost got that P2 back from Williams. From Ahern. Some good battling by these two, I've got to say. Really good, respectful battling.
So, it is Sean Campbell, by the way, versus Pat Herbobe. Herbobe is now getting a crack of the whip after Matt Karuna took extra time in the pits. He's trying to do his best to climb back. He's doing very well. That's Pat Herbobe now getting his time to shine. See if he can come on the inside. Doesn't he? Did just ever so slightly. Just did ever so slightly.
But
tip on the
ever
inside.
so slightly.
Also, you do need to fix whatever, like plug in something. This was so bad there for a while. I was gonna be like,
I have no idea what's going on.
get your fiver. That's essentially
Yeah, autumn.
In the autumn. Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Fudge and rice cakes.
Anyway, as you were saying, Herbobe trying to battle against Campbell, but not had a good final section to this track, so is unable to take any position or take any advantage. Armstrong behind him though, and Armstrong is threatening. He really is threatening now to just come back in. We said this, didn't we? We said that if the front guys start battling, Armstrong will come into play, and Armstrong is used to this. 27 and some change left in the race.
They are due to come in the next 2 to 3 laps.
Thanks. You answered what I was going to ask you.
Yeah, the Raidillon guessing system is in full effect, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm guessing probably in the next 2 to 3 laps is when they'll execute on their pit stops. It also depends on if they are fuel saving or if they're going full on chant. Because what they could do is they could pit later and spend less time in the pits, or pit right when everybody else has pitted and just try and focus on continuing with just trying to bang out laps while the intermission is ongoing. But I don't think they'll have enough fuel for anything more than just one extra lap. So it depends. This is me rambling now. Welcome to the very seldom used corner of the set called Robert Rambles. I'm your host. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna call it. Robert Rambles.
Rob's getting his time to shine. Like I said, I apologize for the mic. I have no idea what's going on.
See, now that I've got a new chair, it means that I can have a nice, relaxing time with chat while we watch the cars go by. Not to say that it's not interesting, but of course, it's a discussion. It's a two-way street. As we see Jonas Dreyer, he's actually on the back end of the pros now. Do you see? It's Carnaver in 8th position. That is Michel Gregorio. Yeah, Michel Gregorio. Very Italian name. Very nice. He is 13 seconds ahead of the next car, which is Andrew Dawson. So he's quite literally on his own.
But by the way, what did you say? Michel Gregorio is a very nice Spanish name. Did you say?
Oh, I said Italian, didn't I?
It's neither. It's French.
Oh no. Oh no.
Michelle from the V10R Esports team. Some very old friends of us. Have seen them around before. So.
Oh no. I'm gonna get
It's
it now.
Michel
I'm gonna get it now.
But yeah, Michelle at the back of the field, getting harassed by the Pro-Am Jonas Dreyer. Something you seldom see. As Dreyer really got this track down. What's the gap at the moment? 13 seconds? Yes, 12 and a half.
Yeah, I mean, even if you were to bang out, there's not enough laps for him to really start to shine, you know, and he needs to be taking at least a second out of Dawson every lap. But he didn't on the last lap, and I don't think he's going to do it again on this lap because Dawson, he's driving fast, but Dreyer is still giving him the beans. You know, he's not sleeping. He's not sleepwalking. So, just waiting for Dawson to cross the line. Last lap from Jonas Dreyer was 138.81, 138.115 from Andrew Dawson. So it is getting there. It is getting there. It's starting to shape up. We're starting to see where things were sort of click into place now. 23 minutes left, just under 24 minutes left. It will be probably within this lap or the next lap when they'll take their pit stops, depending on us, depending on what kind of strategy they're going with. They pitted on lap 15, so if they're trying to do a sort of equilibrium of 15-15 and then the remainder being on 12, then they'll it's probably the most likely strategy they'll do the final sprint, and it'll help those who are actually fuel saving as well, because they'll just, if they go in at the same time as everybody else, they'll be able to punch their numbers and go. Christian Furs and Moritz Weinrich is battling now for, that is P4 in Pro-Am. So 4th and 5th battling for 4th position in Pro-Am. 12th overall. Car 96 versus Car 64. Coming through Mobile 1. Now it is interesting to see that this section here, you get this wrong, you're toast. Even in a draw, you're toast. We've seen that with Taylor Lane doing a Vettel on it, and we just see Jonas Dreyer. He's actually overtaken Michel Gregorio, and as that is Weinrich and Furs doing battle coming into turn 1 for the lap 32, and we are starting to see people coming into the pits. Michel Gregorio and Andrew Dawson are the two most notable that have pitted so far. And so and John Williams actually of Amateur is also coming into the pits to see if he can do an undercut. I would imagine now. Not really.
It wouldn't be an undercut for him, would it though?
Well,
because he pitted early last time, didn't he? I mean, he pitted early on the first pit stop.
That's true,
so
that's true.
he will have the ability to go to the end at full tank, usually about 30 minutes in this series. So he will have the ability to go. He's taking tires.
Oh, that is not what you want. And somebody's engine has blown up. Oh, he has taken tires. Who is that? That's a M4. M4 GT3 is in the pits and his engine's gone. That's Mark Bailey, I think. No, might not be. Hang on.
Been there for a while.
Mark Bailey's been there for a while. Who is it? Well, David Meakin's also got issues. Who else? I'm trying to figure out whose engine just exploded. I will come back to it.
Yes.
We'll come back to this man. Matt Karuna. He is currently the fastest professional out there, but not by a lot. He's done a 138.112 on that last lap. Everybody else is doing 138.3s or higher, and he hasn't done the fastest lap. That was actually Pat Herbo that posted the fastest lap in Pro, and by extension of the race. 137.689 from him, so that was blisteringly quick. But he is, both of them are sort of not making the moves or not.
Andrew Dawson's just had a spin. Sorry, Andrew Dawson's just had a spin in the Pro-Ams, but he's managed to keep it together. I think that may have worked out the issue with this microphone, with this sound today, and it's.
I'm pretty sure it's Discord. That's what we're using.
It is Discord because somebody threw the bitrate up on the broadcast channel.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. That would probably do it.
Let me put it down. Well, I mean, we used that before.
It probably could be the issue. I don't know. I think it's a Discord issue.
Maybe you just need to get better internet.
Yeah, if you guys want to pay for my internet to come faster, go for it. It's not happening. It is a shame. I know.
Just get yourself a mobile internet connection there, bud.
Oh, I was thinking about getting Starlink. Other satellite internet are available.
No, they're not. You can't just be BBC without having an actual alternative. That's the equivalent of saying, like, oh, there are other methods of crying available. I mean, there's only really one. You cry.
No, you cry with laughter.
Oh, that's reaching for it now.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say.
Pat Herbo is another professional. He's actually he's sprinted into the pits, and he's off to go to the races. So, will my prediction be correct? We are looking at Sean Campbell to see if he will take to the pits. 15, 15, 12. Is my prediction correct? Here we go. Yes, it is. It is.
Does Armstrong come in at the same time?
Armstrong has stayed out. As has Matt Corona, as has, I'm assuming, Billy Fletcher. Yes, he has. So, Campbell is the only one really in pro to fully adhere to the 15, 15, 12 strategy. Everybody else, I think, is going for 15, 16, 11. Guarantee I'm going to get that wrong. It's probably going to be like 16, 16, 10 or something. Guarantee.
Sorry. Can you read? Just about to make one check my lottery ticket.
I couldn't even hear what you just said because you cut out so badly.
Oh, really? I was saying I need to check my lottery ticket. Can you read those numbers back to me?
16, 16, 12. Actually, no, it's 16, 16, 10.
Right, John Williams is back out there, and he's just made a move on Sven Mateus, who pit at the same time. So, of course, that's the fresh tyre effect that Williams has. But in his fairness, 1, 2, 6, 7. He is down to 7th now, so he has lost a lot of time. Unfortunately, Sony is battling Mateus at the moment. Both these guys were back at the start of the race, weren't they? So they're battling again, not where they would want to be. As Dean Timms and Dean Timms has yet to make a pit stop. I think he's the last of the amateurs not to pit. Maybe. Am I right?
He is not just on Daniel Gilding as well, I think.
Here's Armstrong, by the way. Here's James Armstrong, by the way, and Matt Corona, but not Billy Fletcher. Billy Fletcher going again?
It's a very well. I mean, 16, 16, 10. It could be possible. It's not out of the imagination of the world. By the way, Armstrong has literally pulled into the box where there's like two stricken. Oh, and he made a mistake.
Taking science.
And he made the mistake.
Oh, but he realised quick enough and managed to untick him up.
I guarantee you, he was just like, oh no. But I mean,
he's lost a couple seconds.
He has lost more than just a couple. I mean, he's lost 3.
All right, that's more than a couple. Yeah, I'll give you that. But he's now in a battle with Matt Corona, who's right behind him as well. That small mistake means the Luxim Lamborghini there of Corona is in his slipstream. Apparently, everybody has taken their pit stops now. I just switch over to Liam Mahern to say what's happening to Liam Mahern. and he just goes off at Mobile 1. No idea where Hearn is right now. I think he's down to about P5 in the amateurs, I think? Or am I looking somewhere? Anyway. What was Dean Timms leading the amateurs? Is Dean Timms leading the amateurs? I think he's yet to pit. What? How are you making that work? That shouldn't work, right?
Don't question it. Just let it happen. I think that's all you need to do. But he has come into the pits, so now I'm looking at it. Chris Danes has now come into the pits as well, so Sean Campbell resumes the lead with ease, I imagine. Yes, he has.
Yes.
Will Pat Herbaub, yes indeed, he'll go second with plenty to spare behind him. He's got plenty of a gap. So no, all he needs to do is focus on things ahead of him. 15 minutes to go, just under 15 minutes to go, 14 minutes to go at now this stage, as the rest of the field now takes their pit stops. The pros were the latest to pit, by the way, as a consensus. They were pitting a lap and a half before or after everybody else essentially had stopped. Almost all of AM pitted 2 laps ago. Almost all of Pro Am were in between. Half them pitted on one lap ago, half them pitted 2 laps ago. So it's showing the difference in strategy now in terms of fuel. And it also shows you that you shouldn't take tires, or well, at least make sure don't take them.
Yeah, untick your tires, folks. Untick your tires. I know some people.
And that is a car gone off. That's car number 2. The car number 2. No, Svenning Mathis is gone off in a very weird place. Oh,
I think
he hit the sausage curb and the car just said bye.
That's what I thought. When I saw it, I thought that looks like a sausage curb hit, and that is not something that's your friend. That's why you avoid it. So very weird there. Very weird mistake there for saying to over pushing the car and hitting that wall will not give him any help there. I think he's got broken steering. No, he's actually got away with it. Got away with that, thankfully, but all the way down the order now. And that's not a case of new tyres not warmed up. That's just, it's over pushing.
Almost grip roll, really.
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure it was this tire wall gripping against the side of the sausage curb and it's turning the car around a lot more than the chassis is really able to cope with. And then it's just like, oh well, I'm in the wall now.
It's also a tough corner as well, that corner, that turn 9 that leads onto that sausage curb, because you have to tell yourself what's the best amount of lifting I need to do. And do I see James Armstrong in the pits?
You do indeed. He has dropped off the literal.
Oh, he lost at the parabolic. What?
Oh dear, that is going to upset the Alpha car. Where did he lose it?
I saw him go off at the parabolic.
Oh, and he rejoined the track and... Oh dear.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh no. That car is dead.
That's like a force field onto the track, isn't it? He got back to the track.
Yeah, look at this, and then it was just like you can just feel the back end is going. Oh nope, and you can see the wall over there. He can see the wall, and then it's just too dangerous to look at. I look away.
It was at this moment he knew he was gonna crash.
It's unfortunate as well. There's still a car on fire in the pits. You can just see the smoke plume. It's just this car has been on fire for at least 20 minutes.
That's a new pro-collected, isn't it? That new pro-collected?
Yeah, exactly.
So, not a lot happening in the pros anymore. But the top three is now Campbell above Karuna. Yeah, that's what we expect it to be, just not in this order. 75 minutes. It is a test of endurance. You know, you do 45-minute races in IMSA, 40-minute races in VRS, an hour in ESS, which don't have these GT3s. So for a 75-minute race for GT3s, that is a big test for some of these drivers. And I think the fatigue may have started to hit. But we do have a very nice battle, Rob, going on for P3 in the Pro-Ams. Harry Wild and Mortis Wendrich are battling. The twisted Mercedes versus that Marshmallow Racing Audi are just battling, and they're oh so close as Mortis shaved 0.7 of a second last lap. It's really closing in. And you can just see that Mortis really does feel more confident around here compared to that Mercedes. And, well, can you blame him? That Audi is really going well. Look at the wide line there. I think Wills has gone wide at Mobile 1. Is he able to hold on to it? He does. Mortis has to live. 9 minutes remaining. 45 laps is the end goal. Lap 40 is where the pros are. The Pro-Ams, well, these guys are about to start lap 40. There are battles behind for P4, which is Bass, Hitchkins, Miller. Those three continuing to battle. That's 2M Midland Sim Racing BMWs versus Ethan's, Bass's Ford. And we still have that battle going on between Wills and Weinrich. And the amateurs, well, unfortunately, the amateurs, it is very quiet. Hamilton has a second lead over Gregorio. No, sorry. Lima Hearn, Lima Hearn hasn't even crossed the start-finish line yet. That's how far ahead Ryan Hamilton is right now. So you can officially say the Hamilton memes right now, that Hamilton's in control of the race, and I'm knocking on wood right now.
I'm pretty sure, Christopher. And as we just saw, Harry Wills and Weinrich are absolutely going at it. Weinrich just overtaking him in a hairpin for the podium of Pro. Oh, Harry Wills. Oof. Harry, control yourself.
Harry said no.
Oh my God, Harry! You're losing time because you're running over Oscars.
And again, look, Mortis is the one that's gone wide at Mobile 1, but Harry can't do anything. Nothing he can do right now. So, oh no, Harry, he's trying to get the throttle early, and that car is not happy. You can see it just being upset there. And oh my days! Remember how we used to say the Ford would bounce around and slide, and we used to make a joke about it, last year? Yeah, that's the Mercedes right now. It's not a boat. It is literally hold on. He's struggling with that car right now. Has he cooked the tires?
He probably has. I mean, that doesn't look like a car that's very stable when it's under acceleration, I'm gonna be honest. It does look like it's it's wanting to occupy the grass more than the asphalt.
Occupy grass is
occupy grass, the new movement by GT3 cars.
Oh my God.
Ryan Hamilton, by the way, just going back to amateur, he really has pulled the hat out of the bag with this one. He is currently, I think that is a 17-second gap between himself and Liam Ahern at the moment, and I think he's cruising. He's actually he's telling Tom Dangerous to get out of the way. He's actually been a half a second faster than him. I think Nomad's like, oh, we were fighting before. It doesn't mean that we can't fight now. You may be in a better class than I am, but I am still gonna put them up. I'm gonna put them guns up.
Well, it's the same with Jonas Dreyer. Jonas Dreyer is overtaking pro drivers. We always knew Jonas Dreyer was a fast driver, but yeah, look at the pace that Dreyer's had this whole race. Fastest lap of 1:38.173, which I got to be pretty honest. That's only a 10th off Sean Campbell, who had a 1:38.002. So really good driving out of Jonas Dreyer there.
So it is currently Ryan Hamilton in first, Liam Ahern second. So that's going to be VRT, boys. And then, well, is it VRT? It is VRT. I got it right. And then we have Peter Johansson. I can't remember what is it? Pez Sports?
It's the P1 Esport. Yeah, P1 Esports.
Okay, well, I take that back. It's not Pez Sports.
Pez Sports. That sounds like
it's not the candy. It's not the Pez candy. It's just P1 Esports, not Pez Sports. And so they make those three individuals I'm just naming make the top three in amateur. Then you go down. There is actually battles between. It's mostly between teammates at this point. And then you can just see Sean Campbell's just like, please get out of my way. I need to finish this race immediately. And that
please.
Yeah, of course,
thank you.
Of course.
Thank you. There you go.
You please and thanks.
And a thank. He gave a thank you on the radio. You got to
dot your I's and cross your T's, of course. You know, got to be considerate. It's Ryan Helpleston and Dean Timms are doing battle right now. It's a bit broken up after Sean Campbell had to come through, but I imagine it'll be coming stitched back together once Sean Campbell has to make his way through Dean Timms. In professional, we do have the battle between Neil Butler and Billy Fletcher. Billy Fletcher actually falling backwards towards Neil Butler for quite a while now, but Neil Butler is carrying quite a lot of front left damage. So it'll be down to see in the last 3 minutes now. We are not long for this world. By current consensus, we are about
well, we're on the penultimate lap.
We are not on penultimate. No. Oh, next lap is penultimate lap.
No.
Guarantee you it is.
Nope.
I'll bet money on it.
There are 2 minutes 30 to go. A lap around here is 1 minute 40. Sean Campbell's only just started his lap.
Okay, fair enough.
Sorry, you were betting money on that, were you? Sorry. Let me just give me my PayPal.
I didn't check on it.
Fair enough. So this is the penultimate lap.
This is the penultimate lap.
So again, not a lot of battles happening in the pros. Of course, that Billy Fletcher Neil Butler battle is just getting interesting. As there is Henning Haig right in front of the two of them to come around. So have to wait for Henning to get off the throttle, and he does. Very, very interesting way to slow down. But he's been bookmarked. Butler's been bookmarked, and he's had to force his way through at Mobile 1 to catch up to Fletcher, and he's losing time. But I do believe with just one more corner to go. Barney's ready, Rob. Here comes the white flag. Final lap of Hockenheim. Campbell had the 3-second lead. What he's going to do is keep four wheels in the track for the next 1 minute 40, and he'll be a winner around here. So, looking around, you can just see these Eclipse guys just going around. I'm not going to say anything nice about the Eclipse livery, because last time someone said something about it, there was an accident. So we're not going to say anything when it comes to that livery. Much as I'd like to say something about that livery. Pro-Ams are starting to take their white flag. There is a massive gaggle. First, second, and third are practically decided. Weinrich managed to get ahead of Harry Wills. And like we were saying, we think Harry may have cooked the tyres. Look at this battle. This is for fourth downwards in the Pro-Am. Wills, Bass, Hitchkins, Miller, all separated by a second and a half as they start their final lap. But meanwhile, that Sean Campbell hitting the Sebastian Vettel corner as Rob called it.
Oh my god, I thought Taylor Lane was meant to, you know, fly off into the distance again.
Well, he's not going to fly, and Sean Campbell is going to fly to the top stop of the podium. Sean Campbell will win the Hockenheim race. Race 1 goes to Sean Campbell in pretty good fashion there. And Jonas Dreyer, shortly, as he comes around now, he's going to be, well, this has been dominant today by Jonas Dreyer. Simply put. Jonas Dreyer has dominated the field so well that he's overtaken pros, as he will come home now to take the victory in the Pro-Am. Where's the rest of these battles going on right here between Wills, Bass, Hitchkins and Miller? And no! Bass went for it! He's off! He's gone behind Miller and Hitchkins. Wills is going to hold on to P4, is he? Is there going to be a late heroics from Andy Hitchkins to take P4? No! But that little move there, I think Ethan Bass wanted to go for it.
No!
Could not make the move.
Yeah, and he got punished for it as well. Like, he really did, because Harry Wills had a little bit of a wobble, but nothing too harsh to control. Meanwhile, it was just like, I'm a Ford, I must spin.
Well, we just saw Ryan Hamilton cross the line for the amateur win. So no, get their first win of the season.
No man's going to be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, they should be. You could say that they'll be going mad.
Yeah, but there's no one there, so they don't go mad.
They're going to borrow your chair and just sit and have some nice reflection.
Exactly.
Oh dear. I think there's a couple more cars. The amateurs are still battling out there. And that is that the amateurs battling? I think it is.
Some of them are, but a lot of them pulled off to the side of the road.
Oh no, they're coming into the pits. The Eclipse guys coming into the pits. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, everyone has finished the race.
Yes, indeed. I'll let the results scroll through your screens. I'll name the top 3 of each category, just so you guys can have, you know, a little bit of your own time. You know, just let us know how the race. You think how the race was? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you like? I don't know. What did you like? Because I personally love Hockenheim Ring. I really wish I would not be calling it Hungaro Ring, because I've done it twice now, but you know, I love it to bits. I do prefer the older layout though. So, race results: Sean Campbell in first, Pat Herbaub in second, and third on the podium for Matt Karuna. And that is top 3 for Pro. In Pro-Am, it would be Jonas Dreyer, Andrew Dawson, and Moritz Weinich in your top 3. Harry Wills just narrowly missing out 4 seconds down the road. And then we keep the results scrolling. I'll tell you the top 3 in amateur. It'll be Ryan Hamilton, Liam Ahern, and Peter Johansson. Now, a few notables in between. Ethan Bass, I think. No, it's not. I was trying to do some mental math, but no. I think Ethan Bass. No, it was Harry Wills that gained the most positions overall now, in a sense. Overall in that race. And as you can see, Ryan Hamilton, Liam Ahern, and Peter Johansson, your top 3 for amateur. And unfortunately, you start getting into like the 1 laps, and it's just like, oh no. Believe you me, there are a certain amount of people that have I've had plenty of time to get some damage repaired. The biggest upset, though, for amateur, I think, is Svenning Mathis. That accident he had just coming through, just coming out of the Mercedes arena after mounting the sausage curb and grip rolling, or I wouldn't say grip rolling because the car didn't flip over. More so, it just got extra torque due to the grip it gets from rubbing on the tire sidewall, as well as being on the ground. So the whole car is essentially torqued in the direction in which the wheels are going in, and because it's only two wheels on contact with that sausage curb, it's just going to be like, well, you are going in the direction that we want you to go, which is right. Thank you.
I just want to point out quickly, fastest lap is always something that they you look at, and fastest lap overall, Pat Herbout with a 1:37.688 was the fastest lap. By the way, Sean Campbell never went under the 38 barrier. His fastest lap was at 1:38.002. So just goes to show. Neil Butler also had a 1:38.002. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me how. It just happened. So I will have to look as well at fastest laps for other classes. I think Andrew Dawson gets the fastest lap in the Pro-Ams, just looking with a 1:38.115, just beating Jonas Dre, had a 1:38.173. Cannot see at the moment for the amateurs. Of course, they do get points for fastest laps. So it's always nice to have a look at them, but it was just nice to see, Rob. One of the things as well was just nice to see the pace. Not only the pace, but also the respectful driving from everybody. Because apart from, a couple incidents, there was no real murders out there.
No major dramas.
Yeah.
Today.
And if anyone's
it was some unfortunate incidents, I think. Unfortunately, either the Bass, he tried the move, and it's just like, oh, well, I'm getting punished for that, am I? Like that Ford turned, that Ford got turned around so quickly when it, what's it called? When it tapped the rear end. Like, the Mercedes had a bit of a power slide and it was fine. That Ford just looked like, oh no. It's like a boat. Like when a tugboat gets hit. It just lifts off to the left. Well, it was also on the grass as well, and then it's like, oh. It's all insult your Ford. I want that Ford removed. I want it gone.
No!
Remove the Ford. Do it. Do it, iRacing. The new 911 can't come soon enough.
We're not going through with this. I think I'm just gonna force you to finish the stream now. I'm just gonna start doing the shilling now. You can't do anything about it.
Yeah, do it. Do it with your very last.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Going through all this. Sorry, like I said, no idea what's going on. Ryan, get Ryan in. Let's hang on. Let's get Ryan in. Because let's be honest, there's always a man that waits for us, Rob, and we never get him in because we go to the end. And it's Ryan Hamilton.
Oh, hello, guys.
Hello. To be fair, Ryan Hamilton did do something good today, didn't he, Rob?
Well, yeah, he won amateur. I think that's
exactly
his first victory in amateur. I think that's your first victory in amateur, isn't it?
In the World Series, yes.
Yeah, in the World Series. Well, yeah, I mean, it would be very amazing if that was your first victory on iRacing in any capacity. But I imagine you've had at least one. I mean, even I have.
That would be a very Chad move of myself if I professed that.
Yeah.
So how was the race? Because I know a lot of it you were following with Daniel Gilden next Daniel. Third with Daniel fourth and vice versa at some stages. There goes my internet. And the victory kind of fell in your hands with a lot of people just making mistakes in front of you.
Yeah, my first plan was to try and get to Daniel as quick as I could, because then I knew if two of us working together, we'd be able to save the fuel, work together, and hopefully grind out as a result. I didn't have a fully clean race myself. I do apologise to Henning Haig. I did give him a lap 2 punt, slight punt at the hairpin. But apart from that, me and Daniel did really well on the first stint. But unfortunately, he got a black flag in the pits, which pretty much left me on my lonesome to deal with Lahern. And I was just pumping in the laps, trying to keep the tyres in good working order. And I think by the end of the race, I had 49% left front, so I really looked after the tyres and had really good pace. I was actually kind of chuffed. Seems to me like Hockenheim is actually my good track, because I did well in the fun race in the Z3s not too long ago. I did really well in that race too, so yeah, good times, very good times.
The question for me would be, how was it out there in the Lamborghinis? Was it a good race? Was it comfortable?
Oh yeah, no, I had so much fun. The thing is, the race at the press day race at Le Mans, it was kind of a really big letdown. Simply because the Lamborghini just doesn't have the oomph up top, and at low wing settings, the car feels very unstable. But put it into the mid to high range, the car just comes alive, and you can just chuck it into corners and it'll stick. So at a place like this, it was just really, really, really fun. And obviously with that godly howling V12 behind you, it's or V10, it's music to my ears crossing the finish line.
Well, obviously, as well, seeing the checkered flag would be not music.
I was struggling with fuel at the end. I was like massive fuel saving. I went under I think I went under 1 full lap of fuel before I realised, and I had to back off so much. I managed to get down to 2.8 per lap, where I'm usually running about 3.2, 3.3. So it was kind of a. I managed to get like 16 seconds on Liam Ahern, and I was just like, I can back off. I can take it easy. And then doubt starts creeping in, like, am I gonna finish? This ain't possible. Oh my god. Just stress, and I'm like, please give me the white flag, and white flag came, and I was like, yes, come on,
so,
I've got this.
So was that a lot of just you just pushing with clean air and not having anyone to, you know, if you had Daniel working with you, probably would have been able to save that fuel. Is that?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, it was essentially because I'd saved a lap on my first stint, and I think I saved a lap on my second stint. I seriously miscalculated the amount of fuel I was going to put in at the last. I put in something like 26 liters when I was supposed to be putting in like 30. Because obviously I was going to put in 3 liters less because I'd saved that. I'd saved that in the laps that laps extra I did. No, it was just a miscalculation on my part, and but it all worked out in the end, and we can laugh about it now since I won. So yeah.
I haven't got anything to add, Rob, unless you have.
Neither do I.
I'm going to be watching I'm going to be watching the stream back. So good job, guys. I'm pretty sure you did an amazing job, and I'll comment.
Thanks very much.
All the best, Ryan. And
no worries.
Good luck for next week, and have a good evening.
Thank you. Yeah, you too. Bye.
Bye. Right.
Ethan.
There's one more I want to get in.
Yeah.
There's Ethan Bass here. Now you're getting ganged up here, Rob. Now you're getting ganged up here. Now you got the Ford crew here. All right.
Why do you exist?
Come on. No, we're not having that.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
But first of all, Ethan, the last lap escapade. Talk us through it.
Me going for a late move and just kind of going 50-50, hoping he sees me.
Oh, it was a shame. It was some really nice bassing there because there was so much. There was a lot of group racing there in the pro-ams that we caught, and it was just so fun. But the first thing I've got to ask is, how did the Ford feel around Dockenheim?
To be fair, I really did work a lot on the setup because during VRS officials, this was the absolute worst track ever for a Ford. But I think I got it down, and I was pretty comfortable apart from, I guess, what you would call steering moments at turn 1.
Yeah, we actually did see a couple people lose it at turn 1. I think Svenning was one of them that lost it. But there were a couple people there with the bumps as well. So that was always a trouble there. Fuel? I'm guessing fuel was wasn't too much of an issue, and top speed, but I did notice you were getting a little bit pulled out sometimes coming to the hairpin.
Pulled out sometimes?
Yeah, not pulled. No, like people get past you and overtaking a hairpin.
I think maybe I got overtaken at a hairpin once by an Audi. Don't recall.
I could have sworn there's a couple of times. I must be thinking of a different Ford. I'm having a Murray Walker moment.
There is free Fords. There are free Fords.
Free Fords, Rob. There's free Fords.
Three
Remember
too
that?
many. Three too many.
No.
No, but yeah, I think that was good fun. Considering I think I started 13th in Pro-Am class, and I was on for a 5th before I gambled on getting 4th, so I ended up finishing 7th in the end. I think that puts me in good stead.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, it was risk reward, and I think you'll agree as well with the way the positions were. I think you kind of had the ability to you only lose a few points, which is still a lot of points, regardless. But
Yeah, it's only 2 positions, which I don't think hope don't come back to haunt me, but I'm okay with a 7th. That's probably what's going to be this car's worst track, just because of the curbs and it's not high enough speed. This car thrives at high speed, like high speed change of direction and carrying corner speed. It doesn't like point and squirt tracks, which is what this is.
yeah, so are you looking forward to next week then?
Monza is actually more of a point and squirt track because of the chicanes, unfortunately. It'll be fine at the Lesmos and the third chicane, but first and second are more point and squirt than, unfortunately. And what the track I'm looking forward to is stuff like Daytona and Bathurst. They will be amazing in the Ford.
Oh, to my favourite tracks, and Rob finds Daytona boring. Rob, I'll let you finish the interview.
Yes, let's do it. Right, so the only question I have is, what were you thinking? Like, what was I more so what was going through your mind when you were trying to make the move? Because you had it executed, but the door had just been shut. Did you just think to yourself, like, oh no, I've really buggered it now?
No, I could be hard on myself, but I wouldn't really be benefiting myself. And I tried for a move because every few laps I was following Harry, he was leaving the door wide open because he was going for that late apex. So I was like, I can die for this thing if I'm close enough. So I thought, yeah, I'll go for it, especially because I wanted to try and gain the position because I actually overfueled the car at like about 6 litres too much. The fuel consumption in the Ford is too good.
Well,
no, I think it was fun. It was good, and it was a very entertaining race.
It wasn't. Here's the man that you hit. It's Harry Wills.
It's I. Yes, I am the man you hit. Yes, that's me. Mate, it was a great race, and I really enjoyed it. And the whole last bit of it, it was like you were like 3 seconds, 2.7, 2.4, and I was trying to save some fuel because I ran out on the slowdown lap. I only put 27, 28 litres in, and it was really close. And then the last lap I just went for it, but I've just jumped in, and I thought I'd say big thank you to everyone who's taken part this season. Massive thank you to Chris over at RacingSimRigs and Calvin over at Sim3D. Big thank you to those guys, and a massive thank you to you, Per, for putting this show on for us and showing us or showing people what the racing's like. For me, and you think you've been with us since day one, guys. I've got to say, for a round one, I think that's the best first round I think we've ever had. So I'm really chuffed about how it went.
Yeah, so are we. Yeah, we were really happy with how it went. Yeah, can't wait to see what part 2 has.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And it is. I was just so, we put a lot into it. We put a lot into the preparation of it and everything like that. I'm going to say another big thank you to Dean Timms, who's come on board to help us out with just a couple of administration-y type things. And, obviously we had to change a lot of the rule book and everything this season. And, just big thank you to everyone who's took the time in. Matt over at Matt Heatrick, who does all the website. And just, sorry I'd jump in and just start babbling on. But, there's a lot of guys behind the scenes who put in some serious time and help out. And big thank you to all of those, and hopefully the racing. I've got to say, I think the racing tonight was just about as good as it's ever going to get. It was really tough with it.
Oh, right, thank you. We enjoyed it, even if once again, apologies for whatever is going wrong with this.
I'm going to blame Discord.
I'm going to blame
It has to be Discord. It has to be Discord because I'm doing pretty fine. So I did notice it on the other end. So yeah, apologies for that once again, ladies and gentlemen.
But I would say then, if we're going to leave it there, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much, guys.
We'll leave it there.
We'll leave it there. Indeed, we'll leave it there. So you guys can have a chat amongst yourselves. I'll sign us off. So thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. And as always, if you like what you see, like, favorite, and subscribe on YouTube. Consider following us on Twitter, on Instagram. Consider becoming a member on the YouTube channel. Links down below in the description, as are the links for trackcams22.com. Very nice of you. What else? What else? What other links? Links to our Discord as well, and all that kind of stuff. But until next week, for Monza, here at the Racing Sim Rigs, do take care, enjoy yourselves, and have a very wonderful Wednesday evening.